Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We started tonight off with another lovely sing-along. If you've not been to one, I highly encourage them. The next one is February 1st. Nope, that's next week. The next one is March 1st. So 6:30, come and learn some new music, share if you've got a favorite tune, and then help lead from the pews, so to speak, when you know the music better than everyone else in the room. So since we were in there pretty much right up until 7:30, I did not have the time to schmooze with the Oneg family that I usually do. It was Terry, it was you, right? Okay, Terry, would you please come up and light the candles for us?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Ner Shalom, Asher Kitshanu v'Yitzchak, Yitzchanu v'Hadifnei Shal Shabbat.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. We turn to Lecha Dodi on page 138. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, L'shemo tiferet v'lintila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor habracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshavat chila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Kiva orech kumi uri, Shir daberi, Kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Vo'i v'shalom ateret bala, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Please be seated. We warmed up with a nigun, or with our singing at the sing-along if you were there. We lit our Shabbat candles, and we welcomed in the Sabbath bride. And now we are ready to segue into our evening service with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144. Yitgadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach teviam lich malchutei, b'chayechon u'vyomechon, u'v'chayetecho bet Yisrael, pagala, pagala, u'vizman kariv, ve'imeru amen. Yehesh meraba mevarach, ve'alamul al me'amaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, ve'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'ale v'yithalal, shemei dekudasha barichu. Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. And on page 146, we turn to the call to worship. I invite you to prepare yourselves for the Baruchu. Yai da 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 yai da yai da da yai da 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 yai da 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 yai da 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 yai da 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 Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. We continue together on page 149. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 150. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limad. Eloheinu, Ukumenu nasiach bechukecha, Venizmach b'divrei Toratecha, Uv'mitzvotecha leolam va'ed, Ki heim chayenu, Ve'orech yameinu, Uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ve'avatcha al tasir, mimenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Amanda's going to come up and join me to help lead Shema and Ve'ahavta from pages 152 to 154. And we're going to do the Debbie Friedman version. So the English is more or less the same as the English on page 154. We're just going to try our best to not tripped up by the these and the thys and the differences there. Please rise. Shema Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam Vaed. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and all thy soul, and with all thy might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be upon thy heart, shall be upon thy heart. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. And thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be for frontlets between thine eyes. And thou shalt write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gates, and upon thy gates, that ye may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God. You may be seated. We continue together on page 156. All this we hold to be true and trustworthy for us. You alone are our God, and we are Israel, your people. You are sovereign and Savior, who delivers us from oppressors' hands and saves us from tyrants' fists. You work wonders without number, marvels beyond count. You give us life and steady our footsteps. You perform miracles for us before Pharaoh, signs and wonders in the land of the Egyptians. You led your people Israel out from their midst to freedom for all time. When your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices joyously. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha neder b'kodesh, Nora tehilo tosef eleh, Nora tehilo tosef eleh, Malechutecha ra'u vanecha bokei ayam, Lifnei Moshe u'Miriam ze'eli, Anu ve'yameru Adonai, Yimloch le'olam va'ed, Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi chamocha neder b'kodesh, Nora tehilo tosef eleh, Nora tehilo tosef eleh. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. So if you were here about a month ago, the last time we had a sing-along, Shabbat, we learned a new Hashkivenu that then didn't quite catch on. So we practiced it again today at the sing-along, and we're going to try again to teach it to you, and we'll do it more consistently so that it catches on. So it skips around a little bit. So just so you're following along, I want to give you a heads up. So the refrain is the first two lines. We'll come back to that. The first verse is Ofros Aleinu to Lema'an Shemecha, the third through fifth line. Then we go back to the refrain. Then we skip down to the indented part, Ushmor Tzeitenu, and come up to Ufros Aleinu, just that one line again, one more time. And then the final refrain, instead of repeating Hashkivenu, is the Chatima, the Baruch atah Adonai part. So just so it's probably going to be hard to sing along the first time you're hearing it, or even if you heard it a month ago but haven't heard it since. But that way you'll at least know where you're following along, and those who are at the sing-along can help me lead it and teach it to all of you now. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamidenu, Shomrenu leChayim, Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shelomecha, V'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha, V'hoshi'enu lema'an shemecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, V'hamidenu, Shomrenu leChayim, Ushmor Tzeitenu, Uvo'enu leChayim uleShalom, Me'ata ve'ad olam, Baruch atah Adonai Haporei Sukkot. Shalom Aleinu Ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Thank you for being such good sports. Page 162. Ve'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ve'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti leolam, oti leolam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. We come now to the central portion of our evening prayer. The tefillah begins on page 164 and continues over the next few pages. I invite you to prepare yourselves for these set of blessings. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi geula livnei v'neihem, Le'ma'an shemo be'ahava, Melech ozer u'moshiach u'magin. Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol, Atah rab le'hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem. Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Micha mocha bal gevurot, Umido melach, melech memi tu mechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el ha'kadosh. You may be seated. We continue together on page 173. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat. Page 175. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Page 177. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'el lehodot. Page 178. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon v'chol hashalom. V'tov b'necha livarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol eit u'chol sha'a b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael, shalom. We take a moment now for silent prayer. You might use the words on pages 180 and 181 or the meditations of your own heart. Yehiyu leratzon imrei fi vehegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri v'goali. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and redeemer. We turn our thoughts now to those who are ill and in need of healing. We have on our Misha Berach list this week Ricky Grant, Mary Kennedy, Edith and Norman King, Skip, Kathy and Jeffrey Brace, Denise Logan, Ruth Brenner, John Corr, Rosalind Cantu, Peter Winkler, Karen Thompson, Dean Atchley, Sharon Buell, Jean Walker, Louis Perlman, Eileen Milner, Mike Haug, Bill Brooks, Brianna Campbell, Josiah Pendleton, Denise Smith, Lori Perry, Scott Platts, Dave Avery, Bob Sparkman, Mickey Rubel, Gail Garifo, Cheryl Maniho, Seal Honig, Wendy Labineau, Benjamin Hartman, Scott King, Donna Thatcher, Chegg King, Debbie and Paul Nicely, McKenna Heiss, Bob Katz, Nick Joliot, Rebecca Barnes, Steve and Marion Renard, Bernard and Bernice Strassner. If anyone else has a name they'd like to share at this time, please do. The Misha Berach is on page 371. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We also pray for the safety and health of all those in our military duty, first responders, and peacekeepers, those around the world whose jobs are dangerous so that our lives might not be. We have on that list Oni Hinnanen, Joshua Ehrlichman, Martin Brown, Richard Rubino, Howard Mergler, Kyle Smith, Andrew Booth, Joseph Cald, Daniel and Bridget Stambowski, many members of the Nemero family, Pete Abelson, Jeremy Sharkey, Benjamin Hurd, Alexander Furman, Daniel Gilman, Curtis Miller, Rob Apgar, Ben Farrell, Caleb Menzies, Francis Petrarca, Noah Kaplan, and all those in the armed services and on the ships at sea that are tuning in and watching us from our YouTube channel. May the one who blessed our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our mother, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, bless those who are serving in our armed services. May God guard them and keep them from harm. If they find themselves in dangerous path, may God bring them back whole of mind and body to all those who love them. May it be your will, Adonai Tzevaot, to lead them to safety and to protect them from each and every enemy and ambush. May God make their journey successful and guard their going out and coming in with mercy and love, and let them be blessed to return home with life and peace, now and forever. And let us say, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you were not already aware, last week, Broadway icon Carol Channing died. My first Broadway show was Hello, Dolly when I was about 7 years old, and Carol Channing already seemed ancient to me then, but then she went on to play Dolly Levi for several more years. I remember how the red upholstery in the theater matched that of the Harmonia Gardens scene, and how elegant everything felt. I remember Channing stuffing dinner rolls in her face at impressive speeds at the end of the Harmonia Gardens scene when everyone has discovered each other and her plottings. So I guess mostly I remember the Harmonia Gardens scene. My memories of the rest of the show are obscured by time and many, many viewings of the Barbra Streisand movie version. So if you don't know the show, Hello, Dolly is based on a Thornton Wilder play called The Matchmaker, which itself was based on other plays with similar themes, going back another almost 100 years before that, including an earlier and shorter version also by Wilder called The Merchant of Yonkers. So Dolly Levi, widow of Ephraim, works as a matchmaker. It's unclear if she had that line of work while he was still alive or if that's how she's making her living as a widow. She's about middle age, which is a bit of a moving target for a story that's nearing 200 years old. I assume what was considered middle age in 1835 when the original one-act farce was written is probably a different age than now. And also at each iteration in between, the authors and casting directors probably had a different look or age in mind for the part of Dolly. But whatever the number, she's at a point in her life where she is ready to remarry. She is a fiercely independent woman, but even in the updated versions of Hello, Dolly, they seem to take place in Wilder's era of the early 20th century. The movie is made in the mid-1960s, but depicts horse and buggy, a few of the early Ford vehicles here and there. It's clearly old-timey. So, independent though she is, she's still living in an era where some dependence on men was necessary for women to move safely through the world. I'm sure Zipporah in this week's Torah portion can relate, as her father and husband discuss the fate of hundreds of thousands of people without her input, including such details as where she lives during this time. So, anyway, Dolly is hired to find a wealthy widower for wealthy widower, Horace Van de Gelder, and she decides he should marry her. But she can't come right out and say it because she's been hired to find him someone else, and also she doesn't quite fit his absurd list of requirements. Modern-day millionaire matchmaker Patty Stanger would tell him to grow up and shift his expectations, but Dolly Levi knows she has to be softer in her approach. So she sets up a series of events in the hopes that at the end he'll sort of realize that she's the right one for him. And so of course they unfold in musical hilarity, and in the end, she ends up with Horace. Horace's niece ends up with her love, who Horace doesn't approve of. And also, Horace's two employees get a fun night out in the town and find true love too, in an era before labor laws. So that was kind of a novelty for them. None of the versions of this story, to my knowledge, explicitly name Dolly as a Jewish woman or suggest her heritage at all. And my sibling and I once argued about this, about whether I think of her as Jewish simply because Babs played her in the movie. But let's look at the evidence. Her last name is Levi. She married an Ephraim. Both of those, Levi and Ephraim, are both tribes of Israel. She's a matchmaker, a yenta. She's a strong woman who knows how to play nice alongside the patriarchy and still get her way in the end. If that doesn't describe half the women in the Talmud, I don't know what does. There's not a whole lot of women in the Talmud, but the ones that are there, that's... So the show is mostly a series of silly mishaps and coincidences leading to the perfect love matches without a whole lot of deeper substance or commentary on morality, but I do see Dolly as a character that can be a really strong role model. She's easygoing yet assertive. She's clever but knows when to hold her tongue or hold back her thoughts. She's intensely loving even after her loss, and she's looking to share love and wealth. She knows the importance of tzedakah and equality. One of her lines is, money, pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's spread around, encouraging young things to grow. She could teach all of us a thing or two about embodying the values of our Torah and tradition. Now, perhaps talking about Broadway musicals would have been more appropriate last week in the immediate aftermath of Carol Channing's death, and in conjunction with Shabbat Shira, when our Torah and Haftarah portions are almost entirely about specified songs. But sometimes ideas need time to simmer, and as I've said before in various contexts, there is so much more music to be gleaned from our sacred texts than just where we are told something is explicitly a song. This week's Torah portion, Parshat Yitro, tells us that the Israelites prepared to accept the Ten Commandments, and there was a loud blast of a horn, and all the people saw the voices. Rashi explains further. They saw what is ordinarily heard, and they heard what is ordinarily seen. That sounds to me like the kind of deeply spiritual experience caused by moving music. In my case, that might be an empowering musical. I thought of this line in the Parsha when I saw a certain picture shared on Facebook this week, which I printed the picture to show you all and then forgot it in my office, so I'll show you after. But it's a bird singing, and you can see the bird's breath, and it said, the caption is, when it's cold, you can see the song. I think also, if your heart is open, you can see the song. When the music moves you, you can see the song. When you are experiencing some kind of divine revelation in the music, you can see the song. When Dolly Levi sings before the parade passes by and lets the audience in on her inner thoughts behind all her clever manipulations, and your heart swells with empathy and you think to yourself, yes, I too have a goal and a drive and can feel my heart coming alive, you can see the song. Or at least I can. And I hope you have some comparable analogy for what makes your heart swell and gives you that synesthetic joy in connection to the divine. If musical theater and imagining the revelation of the Ten Commandments as the climactic song in a play isn't quite your thing, I recognize that's pretty nerdy. May the memory of Carol Channing be a blessing. May her own playful spirit remain with us on earth. May we find the music that moves our soul, that motivates us to commit our lives to something bigger than ourselves. May we do and hear all that we are commanded to bring about a better world in song. Amen and Shabbat Shalom. We turn now to our concluding prayers, and I would like to invite Terry back up to open the Ark for us for Alinu, which can be found on page 586. And I invite everyone to prepare themselves for the Ark to be opened. Alenu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer brishit, shelo asanu kugoye haratzot, velo zamanu kamishbechot ha'adama, shelo samachel kenu kahem, vegor alenu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, Umishtachavim umodim, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. And we turn our thoughts now to those who are no longer with us in body, but remain with us in spirit. This week marks a yahrzeit for Francis Travers, Nathan Gilbert, Louis Jacob Rosen, Renee Shumsky, Betty Kaufman, Estelle Wattenmaker, and Flora Goldstein. And we are still within the year of mourning for Peter Wang, Carmen Shentrup, Alex Schachter, Helena Ramsey, Meadow Pollack, Elena Petty, Joaquin Oliver, Gina Montalto, Kara Loughran, Luke Hoyer, Chris Hickston, Jamie Gutenberg, Aaron Feiss, Nicholas Dorrit, Martin Duke Anguiano, Scott Beagle, Alyssa Alhadef, Diane King, Rodney Smith, Amanda Chazen, Tom Metzler, Norman Rosen, Renee Adler-Kaplan, Lee McCoy, Jeannie Grissom, Betsy Klarman, Ivy Bells, Daniel Stein, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil and David Rosenthal, Bernice and Sylvan Simon, Melvin Wax, Irvin Younger, Alexandra Haley, and Pat Burton, and Carol Channing. If anyone else has a name they'd like to share at this time, please do so. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. Mourners and those who wish to join them may rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divrach hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'v'zman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam olalmei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei t'kudesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbichata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlam harab min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen. You may be seated. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. The Imru. Some announcements. Sunday, Hebrew School is back. We are having our parent breakfast at 9:30. Parents and kids learning together. It'll be a good time. All families are welcome. And then at 1 o'clock, adult ed resumes. Next Friday is a regular Friday. Tot Shabbat is February 15th. I think we don't have a whole lot coming up on our calendar right now. So Tot Shabbat, adult ed, Hebrew school, regular services. What sisterhood got going on? That's a Sunday, correct? Yes. So February 23rd as well then, we are having something on Purim Katan. Our education fellow from the ISJL will be here that weekend, and she's going to teach us a little bit about what happens for Purim when there are 2 months of Adar. This year is a leap year, so Purim is a month late. So the first Adar, we get like a little taste of Purim. So they will help us learn about that. There will be alcohol somehow involved. It's an adult event, but details are to be determined.
Details are February 21st.
Okay. Okay. So that was the piece we were waiting for confirmation on. So February 21st is the Brew Republic fundraiser. Buy your, they're a brewery too, right? You can buy beer to take. Yeah, so stock up on the 21st, fundraiser for Ner Shalom, then bring it with you on the 23rd and drink it while we learn about Purim Katan with Sierra. So that's the plan. It's going to be a great week. Anything else that anybody has on our schedule? Okay, great. Then our closing song will be Ashrei on page 52. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, hod yehalelucha selah. Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, hod yehalelucha selah. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Ashrei, ashrei, ashrei yoshvei beitecha. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Happy are those who dwell in your house. They will sing your praises forever. Someday we'll do that in a round. We're not there yet. Someday. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us for Oneg and Kippur.